just come back from the French Open in Paris, and it was fantastic. Really big improvement from last year, and much easier for us to bring our sword game to the tournament, because the rules now permitted us to do what we do. In 3 weeks' time we have the UK Open, which will be hosted by ourselves at the Silver Sabres. But it is an LSOT event, and I would like to see another step up in the quality of the performance of the fighters, but also in the arbitration of the referees. And as much as this video is for the referees mainly, I think it's really important that any serious fighters also take on board this information and understand it, put it into practice, because this is going to affect your results. It's going to change the way your scores are awarded, and I'd like you to do well. I'd like you to do well not because it was luck, but because you understood, and you demonstrated that understanding with correct practice. Okay, so first of all, everything that we are trying to achieve depends on audience participation. If the audience is not capable of seeing what's happening, then this is just a bunch of people having fun, and it's not relevant to anybody else. So the way we've written the rules for the LSOT is very much looking at the combat from the perspective of the audience, that they have to be able to enjoy the show. And there are many methods for, combat sports. We've got stick fighting, fencing, kendo, whatever, where, the focus is very much on trying to keep the realism in there. Well, we balance that slightly and make sure that we're only going to score what is obvious. And if it's not sure, if we're not certain, if the referee isn't certain, if the fighters aren't certain, you can guarantee that the audience doesn't have a clue. And if they don't have a clue, then it's not going to make any sense to them. It means that the tournament has no story. It's random, and I get bored with random. I don't know about you. I'd like them to be able to celebrate your moves, your decisive victories, because they've joined you on that journey. Okay, so that's one thing to remember. If you want an absolute, you need electric equipment to detect exactly where each hit was, etc., you should be fencing. And if you're like, oh, the thrust is really important, we can't leave that out, and you can't live without it, then you should probably be doing HEMA. This is LED saber, which I know I'm using a steel, but I love this steel, and it's always good to return to your roots. So this is a thrusting weapon. It doesn't thrust in LED saber because we don't score it. So the major issue that we're seeing in refereeing is consensus. That every referee is looking at the same things. And the first thing that I'd like to discuss is what the French refer to as arming, and what we here in the UK refer to as the arc of cut, le arc découpé. And the minimum arc of cut has to be 90 degrees. So for example, if I hold my weapon here, this is 90 degrees and this is not. So the one that scores is this one. And as a referee, what you're looking for is that the hilt, at the initiation of the cut, at the start of the cut, the hilt was forwards from the point. Now, if I'm delivering a cut coming straight down here, you can see that's now going to be 180. If I start from here, it's not quite 90. It's not going to be 90. And I have drawn for you here les arcs découpés. So if we take the target arc cut there. easier to see. There. Or here. Or from here. So, empty cut, short arm cut, long arm cut, 90 degrees. You can make on the waist as well, so from here, 90 degrees. You see it, you recognize it, you make sure that the cut is good. If you're not sure if the cut is 90 degrees or not, you can't score it. What are you looking for? Ce n'est pas un coupé. This is not a cut. This is a wield. A wield. C'est un maniement. Maniement et le coupé. Maniement et le coupé. The wield, then the cut. The wield, then the cut. The wield, then the cut. The cut. The cut. Le coupé. How do you know the difference? The wield is three-dimensional. It can be a cone, it can be a spiral, but the arc of cut cannot. The arc of cut is a plane. It's a plane. It's a flat plane. A plane. Yeah. Plane. Wield. Cut. No. Nil point. Nil point. 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 Cut. Point. No. 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 We. Yeah? Okay, what else? Okay. Et les hands. Hand or arm? I don't know. So the referee scores 0. Hand or arm? Arm. Un point. 1 point. If you are not sure if it hits the hand or the arm, you must score down. Hand, nil point. If this is not the weapon hand and you hit it, fine, okay, 1 point. But with 2 hands on the hilt, if the cut comes in here, nil point. You can't be sure that it cut the arm. If the target is high and the cut comes here, oh, it's good. It's good, you can see it's off. But here, nil point. And then we had to talk about yellow cards. What is brutality? Brutality is the absence of control, really. It doesn't even need to be the intent to harm. If someone intends good practice but cannot execute it, yellow card. Yellow card. If somebody intends to harm, black card, go home. But as a referee, you're not judging only what happened. You have to judge what you saw as intention. Because if somebody isn't clear with their intention, if they have no control, then their fighting partner or their opponent is technically not safe, and you need to stop that. You need to stop that. Even with a medium grade blade, you can do serious damage. So that's enough for now. If you have any questions, why these rules, how we came to these conclusions, you can ask. But bear in mind that everybody has to be welcome in the same place. And that's the only way the community of LED Sabre will grow large enough for it to truly become a global sport. And the aim and intention of the LSOT rules is that it doesn't matter what your art is, doesn't matter which school you come from, you should be able to come and play by these rules. Everybody likes the small cuts, make them bigger. Everybody likes the thrust, leave it. Some of us like unarmed as well. Not today, not in LSOT. We can do that when you come and visit and have tea. But for the competition, stick to the rules, understand the rules, fight by the rules, and good luck.